have some room. I mean, nothing is finished in the rooms, as you know, but we are actually going to move to furniture today, which is very exciting. We're going to make our fireplace. Um, yeah. So yeah, what I wanted to show you, yeah, because as always, we start with a little bit of progress report. To be honest, I had to do some other things today. It does happen. So most of what I did was let's see. Okay, so spring. Hey, David. I'll do the split screen for a sec. So yeah, so you probably saw maybe in social media that I finished the staircase that are meant here for the hallway, to kind of, yeah, to go up to the floor. Hello, hi Moika, hi Krakiam. Ooh, Ida, yes, I will remember it. Yes, it is. Oh, thank you for liking and sharing. And yeah, please do share with your friends about this project if you think they like them, because um, yeah, would like to have them. And an important progress report for you, Ida, because this was your idea for the dining room. I started working on the floor. Hey, Peggy. Um, so Ida gave me this awesome idea of doing basically for the dining room kind of an area design for the floor. And I really love this idea because we do have basically two sections here. So this is where we'll have the dining room area, like with the table and everything. And this area is kind of like a serving area, right? So we'll have like a cabinet here that with some stuff. And I love the idea of dividing the floor. So I started working on it. You can see I did the flooring for the sort of serving area. It also gives me an opportunity. Hi, Penny. It also kind of gives me an opportunity to play more with patterns, floor patterns. So here I did this sort of, I don't know how to call it. It's similar to the first one. It's like a staggering design, but it's with two panels, staggering. Yeah. So now, I mean, I saw your comment and then I went to look for design ideas, and it's really cool. I really love the idea that uh, so in here we'll have something like it's basically an idea like it looks sort of like an area carpet in a way, but in wood. And it's perfect for for a dining room when you don't necessarily want to have carpet because it's harder to clean when you spill your soup. Uh, so um, this is what I managed to get to today. Tomorrow I'll work on the design, I think, and I'll show you in the evening where we get to. I'm just gonna put the paper back on so I don't get stuff stuck on it. But yeah, you can see there. But the main thing today is that we're going back to to the ground floor and to the first room we worked on. We're going back to the hall, and we're going to, which is a total mess, as you can see. Why do I have all these papers in here as well? Oh boy. Let's move these. They don't belong there. We're coming back to our hall, and we're going to build a fireplace that will be sitting here on that part of the wall. And last thing before we start on the fireplace is that I actually had an idea, if you remember. So yeah, so these beautiful fancy stairs are going to stand here. And I have these, I basically had the idea of having a mural here on this wall. And now I'm thinking, I had a thought that maybe instead of doing a mural, like a wall painting, basically, I'll have ceiling painting. Because we haven't talked about ceilings at all yet, because I can't really start doing them until we get to the point that I glue things down, glue the floors down, and we are far away from that. Yeah, so we had a bit of a discussion of what could be the topic of the mural, but now I'm thinking that actually it might be cool to instead of having a wall painting, I'll have this wall basically with the same type of wallpaper, and have, like photographs or paintings up on this on this wall that I don't know how much you can see. Oh, tilted. But instead of that, instead of doing a painting here, because the thing is, here, if I'll do, oh, wall fell. If I'll do it in this angle, I think you can see that as much as I love the idea of doing a mural, there is a bit of a challenge here because the stairs really go right in the middle of this wall. So it would basically be just this section for the mural. And instead of that, we can have a painting on the ceiling that think it'll be pretty much the same, the same size as this floor. So it's much bigger and can give us more options of, I don't know, playing with details and stuff like that. So let me know what you think. If you like the idea of having a ceiling painting, and basically this wall will be the same as Will's, kind of the same as these. Okay, so we can, if we ignore the cutout windows, the stairs will be basically on something like this, right? So I think it kind of works rather well with the like the gold and the red carpeting go nicely together. And then yeah, and we can have, I don't know, family photos or like interesting paintings that may suggest things about the family and so on. So that's an idea to do. Yeah, so we'll have a think of that, I guess, as to the if we do a mural or just basically the vote is wall painting or ceiling painting. Ah. So let me know what you think, and let us move on to our main event, the the fireplace. So yeah, I have like a little collection of the stuff here that we need for the fireplace. And before I start fully, I just want to say, so the pattern I'm using today is a pattern that was made by Ala from her channel is called Bentley House Minis. If you don't know it, I really recommend to check it out. It's amazing. She does amazing projects. And she shared several patterns actually that I'll probably use some more of them. And it's not the first time that I'm doing this fireplace. I have done it in this the former family man project. Let me see. You can see there. See the tiny fireplace there in front of the brick wall? Kind of hard to get it in the light. Ah, there it is. So this is basically the fireplace we'll do today. And I have put in the video description, there's a link to the original video where she shares the pattern. And she has, the pattern is, I'll actually show you, I have it here. just to show the image basically of like if you download the pattern, you get this. This is interesting. I can do like, oops. I can peek from the side. Hello. This is so weird. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, so this is basically the pattern you can get if you download it. I've put the link in the description. I can also put it in the comments if you if you want. And there's two patterns in the page. Basically, there's one that is a fireplace with a tall mantle, and that's the one she's actually building in the video that is linked. So go check it out. It's really cool. But I'm building one that is shorter. So I'm gonna move to full screen on the desk so we can see what we're doing. So I already cut out the pieces of the fireplace. This is the back. Now I will say, so first of all, I shrunk the pattern quite a bit, obviously, to fit this size. The pattern she made it available in both 1x12 and the 12 scale and 24 scale. So kind of the more classic, I guess, dollhouse size. Mine are much smaller, so I had to, of course, shrink the pattern, but also what I did is I kind of lengthened this area because I wanted the fireplace to really meet, the part where it widens at the top. I wanted it to meet the line of the paneling because it looks better, in my opinion. So yeah, so this is going to be the size of the fireplace. It's very big. There's a chance that, basically it's like a size that I think you could kind of walk into, but I thought it was fitting for this kind of house and this kind of room, because it's a very fancy kind of room. Okay, so these are basically the only pieces from the pattern that we truly need. These are things that are, some decorations that we'll add later. And we'll also be using these little pieces of, it's like popsicle sticks, but it's from, when you get a pack in a craft store of different sizes of the popsicle sticks that are not, this is not an actual size, I think, of a popsicle. It's very thin, which is useful because I'm building tiny things, so I prefer this little ones. The regular popsicle size would be too wide, but this is good. So let us start. So the first thing I'm doing is actually just taking this piece and gluing it down on this. And I will say, yeah, so what I'm using is just thick cardstock. This is the Ranger craft paper, the newer one. Yes, many goodies. Hey, Sue. And so I'm just gluing this down. Yeah, and I chose this paper because it's nice, thick paper. And I thought it'd be just easier to start with a craft color paper than other colors. Not necessary because I'm going to paint over everything, but it's a good color. So now the main point of adding this piece on top of the back, aside from, strengthening and so on, is to create this little line here. Bring it up to the camera. There we go. The line between these two pieces, right? Because that tells us where the mantle will sit. So I'm taking these pieces. I have cut them ahead to size. I believe I just used scissors. These guys cut everything. Do not let their tiny size fool you. They cut everything. It's amazing. I'm just gonna use the same glue and just glue it right on the line. I can already tell you that if I was using so the first one I did when I did the one for the book box every single time. The one I did for the book box, in that one I actually did this part of the mantle with another piece of cardstock. And in that case, I really just use the little stair that the cardstock creates to kind of lean the added cardstock on top of it. But in this case, because this is pretty thick, and I want the mantle to be kind of fairly big, so we'll have place for decorations and stuff. I'm just gluing it right on the line where, see if I bring it up, yeah, right where this the second layer meets the first one. So like this, but having it there helps me make sure that this is straight. And we're already pretty good here. Yes. So what will happen now is that we're basically going to, I know, I don't know why I keep having a problem with that, like the book box slash box book. I know that box book doesn't make any sense, but somehow, for some reason, every time, like, how am I supposed to say that? I don't know. So let's call it a quirk and imagine it's charming. So these two pieces are going to be glued here on the leg, basically, to create the depth in this part of the fireplace. And this one will sit on top to create the kind of the opening. Just making sure, yeah, like this. Yeah, it's 90 degrees. It's cool. So I'm just gonna want to kind of lay this on top so we can figure out where these should be glued. Yeah, okay. And we'll just glue them down. What I love about this pattern is that it's a very, you can see, it's very simple. We are basically almost, like in 2 minutes, we'll have the fireplace practically done. But then you can kind of play with the decorations and I love that when you have a pattern like this that is very, very simple at its base, but allows so many variations on top of it. Like trying to say it in English when you're, yeah, pretty much. As you know, not French, just Israeli, but still, it's a foreign language, you know. Some every now and then, like you have something that it doesn't, like, you know, it's wrong, but somehow it's kind of, you're not sure how. I don't know. It's yeah, you're just kind of, I don't know, kind of weirded out by the language, I guess, or something. Yeah, it's a thing. It happens, but that's okay. Just making sure it's straight. Just Not the glue, even though it's not that necessary. Yeah. Hey, Sam. How are you, Sam? Okay, we can see that if we glue this on top, yeah, it works pretty well. Probably should have glued it a bit farther apart, actually. But we might play with it a bit. Can I move it still? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Ah, success. I'm gonna put it straight on the edge, I think, pretty much. And that seems to be more to work better with the top. Cool. Hey, Christiana. Oh, thank you, Sam. This has been so much fun. It's really cool because, obviously this is something that I love doing, but it's so much fun kind of working on it with you guys and getting everyone's ideas. Um, yeah. Okay, so now, yeah, I like it better now. Like this. So we can glue this as well. And just putting glue. Now, okay. I'm just making sure that it sits right to the edge here and that it's straight. So we'll have a nice straight mantle. What do you think do you think we should have things on the mantle here? Because yeah, obviously like in the parlor, we'll definitely have things on the fireplace mantle because you always do. But I don't know, in like the oh, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, what do you put in a great hole? Maybe we'll just have like little, try to find like something that can be like little statues or something. I don't know. Yes, definitely need a candelabra. Maybe, yeah, maybe we can have like two candles or something. Although it's kind of funny to put candles on top of a fireplace somehow. I'm not sure why, but it sounds a little, Tiny vase with a rose picture. Yes, that could be cool. Yeah. Do people like, is that common to put candlesticks on a fireplace? I don't know why, because I know fireplace is basically for heating, but it always like, obviously it also emits light, so it always feels like, huh, should we really put like another light source on the light source? Yeah, okay, cool. Another light source on the light source. I accept. I am sadly inexperienced with fireplaces. Cool. Okay. That's what I have you guys for. Always helpful. Thank you for that. Okay, so this is the basic fireplace. It's basically done. Now that I look at it, I might actually cut this this part once more just to and add another layer at the back just to kind of thicken it a bit. But I am fairly happy with it already. Just, I'm not sure. We'll see. Candles or oil lamps? Ooh. Trying to think how I can make an oil lamp at this size. Um, Maybe something with beads. Yes. So we can also put it here on the wall and see how that works kind of in size. And I really like that size. See, it's nice and big and leaves nice room here for a big yeah, we haven't decided yet if it's gonna be a big like portrait of the family's patriarch or something like the family emblem. It's not the emblem. Crest, the family crest. One of those. Hey, Leon. Cool. Okay. So I am going to let it dry a little bit, although the glue is already holding it very well in place, so we can continue working. And we can start thinking decorations. So I think the one thing that I'm gonna do is actually just cut this paper so it would maybe I'm thinking about like cutting the paper so it would continue this line, but I'm not sure because another thing we can do is add yeah, and sadly I do not have the decorative toothpicks, but even just, you know, a normal toothpick. If we can just put, you know, a few of them here, it might be cool. Or maybe two like this. Obviously without this sharp edge, just to kind of give it more of just more interest, I guess. And obviously there'll be some decoration here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. So with decorations for the season, I'm not sure that I actually want this one to have seasonal decorations. I mean, I'm gonna have like spider webs and stuff on things, but it's not because it's decoration. It's going to be because it's an old mansion that's been kind of abandoned. So I'm not sure if I want to kind of do things that are seasonal. Now I have these little pieces. These are actually, you know, when you cut a die cut, that's the inside, the little parts that kind of been cut out. And they are going to make really nice little wood reliefs, I think, on top of these guys. So the plan was to basically take these two here on the sides, like this. Yes, every haunted mansion a should have plenty of spider webs, I believe, at least. So that's another one. I think this one is a little too big. Let's see. We can use, maybe I can use these guys. I'll cut them off a bit, but I hope you can see what I'm doing. It's really tiny and it's, you know, the same color on top of the same color, so it's sometimes hard to see, but something like that. Picture of a toothless witch. I love that. It's very specific. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it like this. I might just want to check because I actually kind of like it sticking out. Hmm. I'm not sure. Yeah, because it can. Okay, I don't know. We'll have to play with this a little bit. I also have, yes, so these guys, I was looking and basically try to cut it out. To cut out these parts here, you basically get this little flower that is really cool. Well, I mean, I don't think it's not only haunted houses that have spider webs. I can attest about mine. I don't think that my house is haunted, but it definitely has spider webs. So you can also see, like, when I cut this out, we get these little flowers, but I feel like they might be too cute for what we're doing here. So I might keep those for something else. Um, Although I did cut out just the one, like this, and without the leaves, it's less on the cute side. It's more designish, I feel. So that could also work. We'll see. And yes, and I do have this little chain piece that can be very cool here at the front as some detail as well. Maybe like this. I don't know. So many options. That's the tricky part sometimes. So, what do you think? Should I have this little extra stick like this? I think I like it. I also don't really like the fact that it's kind of completely empty like this. I feel like it should be filled in. Right. Let's see. Like another toothpick. Or, ooh, wait, I have another option, but just a second. So we can have like these, actually, there's room for exactly 3 like this. Like that. It's kind of cool. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, it's going to be like dark brown, basically, supposed to look wood, I guess. So another option for the side is actually this strip here, which you might be recognizing as one of the Tim Holtz, what's the name? Impresslets? And I think I like this. Just, immediate ton of detail. Because it's really, so yeah, this is actually a leftover from another project that I have. This is why it's painted white. The top, it doesn't naturally happen, but I think we'll do this on the sides. I might add one stick on this side, just so we'll have this kind of double leg, because I feel like that looks nice. Yeah, I think so. So let's add some glue here. And just to begin, although maybe I'll take this one. I can tell you, by the way, that I don't know if Penny is here right now, but that if you look at the video that where Ala is showing this this how she's building her fireplace, and she's using like I said, the other pattern, but she's using those decorative toothpicks that you talked about yesterday that I unfortunately couldn't get so far. I'm sure I can find them somewhere here, but I didn't have time to find them for today. So we'll just use details with other things. But yeah. But they are very useful and very pretty. Okay. Yeah. This is the moment when you find all the asymmetrical things that you've done. But it's okay. I think. Now I'm not sure if I should. Maybe I should remove the toothpicks. Questioning myself. Because, yeah, I might actually remove them and just add this trim. It can actually go all the way. Yeah, I think that might work. Just because, yeah, because I didn't glue it exactly the same here, so it just doesn't look so good. So I think we'll just use this trim. Just a sec. Actually, oh, now the question is whether to put it. Yeah, we'll put it under this. I'm doing a lot of self-debation, so sorry if I'm, going quiet and yeah, just focusing on things all of a sudden. Just cutting these to be the same height. And then we can glue them in the side. It's basically going to be yeah, this place needs more glue. Oh no. And it's kind of at the top part, it's basically kind of, yeah, kind of sits on the cardstock trim. Split there. But yeah. And I'll see if I need to. I can always kind of trim this part a little bit if it bothers me. At the moment, it looks fine, I think, but we'll see. Just glue in here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll cut it a bit. You can see that there is a bit of, and I think you can see, yeah, that there is a bit of an extra on the cardstock, so I'll just cut it out. Yep. Just like this. And we already have a little bit of interest and trim here. We'll do the other side. Oh dear. Somehow, every time I start something and I'm like, ooh, this is going in a good speed. I can finish this today. And then I continue working and I look at the clock and we're like 40 minutes in. So yeah, we'll see how far we go. Every single time, I swear. But yeah, just in there, just holding it in place because I am kind of I'm bending it a bit here because we have this edge. So I just need to hold it in place a little bit in the beginning to make sure that it gets the shape right. So every single time. But yeah, these things take time. But I hope that at least, we're getting to the point where you get the idea, you get how I'm doing this. So if I finish things off screen, they're kind of like, it's fine. You get what I've done, so it's okay. Okay. We have lively side trims. Now let's add some details. And I think I'm gonna add these ones right here. I like that it kind of goes over a bit to get the decoration yeah, kind of gives it an extra decoration, a more interesting shape to the whole thing because it kind of pops over. So that was definitely too much glue. But yeah, I think we'll do this. It's not entirely necessary to clean the glue because it does disappear or shrink down and flattens afterwards, so it won't be bothersome afterwards. But sometimes I just do that even just to see better how I glued it, to see that I like where it is and so on. This one on the other side. It should be, yeah, so it's pretty much like in the middle-ish. Yeah, do like that. Right? Looks nice and fancy. And now to this part. So there's a couple of options. I can use, basically these shapes are pretty much the same as this one. And I can kind of do something like this. Okay, I'll try to bring it up with my hand. Let's see. Ooh. Right, so something like this. They keep falling on each other. But it basically, and let me see. I have something that I can I'll use this, kind of hide this. So the idea is basically I will probably cut those upper parts, although I kind of like them sticking up there. But basically it's repeating the same pattern like this, pretty much. I know, right? I think that I kind of like it sticking out like that because it gives it a more gothic feel. It wasn't planned, but I think I like it like that, right? My only fear sort of is that it's pretty delicate, but ooh, yeah, that would be cool. add something right in the middle. Oh, I like that. And yeah, you know, I'm a little worried that it's a little flimsy, but I can always just cut another piece of the die cut and add something again. Maybe, let's see. So can always layer little pieces of die cuts, and that strengthens them and gives them a more substance, I guess. But I definitely think that I like this kind of fancy piece. Also, before first of all, the paint itself, doing the acrylic paint, adding acrylic paints does strengthen the whole thing. And before I do that, I will cover everything with glue, like either collage medium or Mod Podge, something like that. And that also gives the whole thing some more strength and stability. So, wait. I'm trying to do this as symmetrical as I can. It's not, yeah. You know what I feel like doing now? I feel like there should be like a big eye here in the middle, right? Like right here or something like that. But yeah, just the eye of Sauron talking to me right now. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. Like if this is the fireplace. Yeah. So kind of I did plan of adding this kind of thing here, but I'm not sure if I like it. I feel like it's too bulky. What I might do is use this wire. You can see, uh, trying to bring it to the camera. It's basically, yeah, and focus camera, focus. There it is. It's basically two very thin wires that are twisted around each other, so you get this kind of rope fill. And I think that I might add that, or maybe two of them next to another. I'm not sure. Because I do feel like I do want something down, like in this area, but as much as I like this, I feel like it's too bulky maybe with the die cut. Let me see. I mean, another option obviously is just take a piece of paper basically and creating a line. Um, hmm, this is looking cool. Maybe, yeah, just like need a tiny piece of cardstock for a second here. Yeah, just see. I'm taking even just as an approximation right now. Just, basically add a line or something. Or another option, kind of cut this one in two and add it in the bottom, which I think I like more. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it right in the middle, basically, because I'm not sure where I want to cut them. But I think I like the idea of adding these here. I feel like, yeah, I might need my tweezers. Just to even see what I'm doing. The chain is best, you think? Maybe, yeah. So either that or let's see if I can hold it with the. I do like this. It's just really gigantic next to it's very thick next to the other things. That's my only, I don't know if concern is the right word. This, I think I like this better. Which one? This? It's just chain. It's just a piece of chain. It's basically, I think it's actually beads on something, but it's from an old piece of very cheap jewelry that I just took apart. Sometimes, just um, I just, yeah, I think I like better these ones. Just if only because they kind of continue this feel. It's almost like flame shapes. Yeah. So not to chain, and I think we'll go with these. I hope you're agreeing with me. But yeah, I'm just gonna add this here. And I will probably, like, I'll cut the bottom parts afterwards a little bit to fit the angle. But for now, I just want to glue it down so it sits nicely. Cool. And yeah, and once it's once the glue dries, I can adjust things. I cut the bottom part, this little piece, to make it look a bit more fitting. Yeah, I think I like this. Maybe I should have used something like that more, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it just, you put it on the wall like this, you can already see there's like, it looks very decorative and very fancy. And also a little bit creepy, which I feel covers all what we need. Nice. Cool. Okay. So we basically have the fireplace. It just needs to be painted. It's not, yeah, obviously it's not going to be in this color, but I want it to dry completely before I start painting it. Because, yeah, I really don't want this to move now. So I will say, one of the reasons that I wanted to do the fireplace now is also because um, I will cut out this part of the wall to give a little bit extra depth to the fireplace, and also because you need this will be basically painted black on the wall because the fireplace is not supposed to be right on top of um, the wallpaper and so on. So I will, and that means that, obviously it's easier for me to do this kind of cutting before I glue this piece to the wall itself. So I figured it's about time, and that's what we'll do. So the question is, so tomorrow, do you want me to just let it dry and we can ooh. Are you scaring yourself, Ira? Yeah, that would be cool. I definitely want to have like something somewhere there'll be like a mirror, but you're not sure like if what you're seeing, something that like that reflects a ghost that's not there or something. I think it'll be super cool. But might be in one of the other rooms. But for now, so yeah, so um, would you like me to do the paint job tomorrow, or should we move to something else? Because I'm trying to think, what will be the next thing we do? Ooh, questions. I mean, obviously we have a lot of fireplaces to do. Yeah, I can paint it off camera, right? That's not very interesting, really. Um, what else? We can. Okay, let's come back here. So something we could do actually is if if we're doing, if this wall is going to be um wallpaper with maybe we can start working on pictures basically. I know so many so many options. As basically, so in this room, in the hall, we'll have above the fireplace here, we're going to have either a crest or a portrait, and on the other, on the mural that here. So I think, yeah, I think this is, I'm going to wallpaper this wall as well, and we'll have pictures. Ooh, a deer head. Yeah, I did do something like that here. See? Can you see it? Ooh, ooh. Find the angle. Ooh, that's a nice cutaway angle. There. Yeah, we can do animal heads. Although it always makes me feel so unicorn heads. Well, that might be fitting for this kind of house someplace, yeah. But I think that maybe in the Great Hall it will, like, we should maybe think of a crest. But maybe, like, like deer heads or animal heads in general or something like that. It might be a human head on a pike. I think they're keeping it in a different room though. Maybe not like right in the big room when everybody enters. Because some people might take it the wrong way, like a human head stuck there. So I think I'll try to think of, like, either if I'll figure out what kind of crest they're getting, then we can do a crest here, like a family crest on top of above the fireplace. If not, then we can do like pictures or paintings or something on the other wall. Oh, really? I hope you have, like, I'm really glad to, um like make you feel better, but I do hope that you have a better day tomorrow before you get to us, because yeah, it's good to have some laughs. And thank you so much for all these awesome ideas. Yes, cross swords with the crest. Although figuring out how to, like, all of it, it's like, because it's so tiny, figuring out how to do cross swords that are so tiny, what I'm making it from, I'll have to think about. I mean, you can always use paper. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. But what the crust itself is, like what the symbol would be, that's something that I need to think of. Um, yeah, so I think what we'll do is I'm gonna have a think about the crest. I'm also going to, yes, everything is very, very small. I'll also, I'll post a picture in Instagram, and I'll ask you if you have any more ideas, then comment here on the video, or yeah, you can comment here on the video actually. Don't, I mean, you can do it in Instagram as well, but that's what we have comments in YouTube. So if you have any ideas of what the crest should be like, also, people, if you're watching on replay, perhaps, if you have ideas of what the crest of this family should be like, do let us know in the comments. The other option is also that I'll do, just say that the crest is a sort of shield with a design and crossed swords. So when I do the shields and the crossed swords, but actually paint the detail of what their their animal or what their symbol is later, because we don't really know them that well yet. So maybe we need some time to think about it. Um, and either way, also the other option is like we might work on some pictures on the other side, on the other wall. Just tiny photos with little frames. That's also fun. Either way, I'm sure it'll be fun, especially if you can join me, because honestly, guys, this is awesome. You're making my day every day. So thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much.